यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनतीरावनचारी यमुनतीरावनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरदारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरदारी यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनतीरावनचारी यमुनतीरावनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva, Subhadrama Jaya Sudarshana. Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai. Prabhupada 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 Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Ashtottar Shatar Shri Śrīmad Abhay Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Ashtottar Shatar Shri Śrīmad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaja Prabhupada Ki Jai. Grandaraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirayet. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. Bhagavati ruttamasloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Namah Pankajanaabhaya Namah Pankajamaline Namah Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangraye Tadvag Visargo Janadaga Viplavo Yasmin Pratishlokam Abadhyavatvapi Namananantasya Yashon Kitan Yat Shrinvanti Gayanti Grinanti Sadhava. Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, first canto, chapter 14, text number 34. Chapter name, The Disappearance of Lord Krishna. Bhagavanapi Govindo Bhagavanapi Govindo Brahmanyo Bhaktavatsalaha Brahmanyo Bhaktavatsalaha Kachit Pure Sudharmayam Kachit Pure Sudharmayam Sukam Asate Suhridvrita Sukam Asate Suhridvritaha Bhagavanapi Govindo Brahmanyo Bhaktavatsalaha Kachit Pure Sudharmayam Sukam Asate Suhridvrita. Please recite. Bhagavanapi Govindo Brahmano Bhaktavatsalaha Kachit Pure Sudharmayam Sukam Asate Suhridvrita. Bhagavanapi Govindo Brahmanyo Bhaktavatsala Kachit Pure Sudharmaya Sukamasate Suhridvrita. Bhagavanapi Govindo Brahmanyo Bhaktavatsala Kachit Pure Sudharmaya Sukamasate Suhridvrita. Bhagavanapi Govindo Brahmanyo Bhaktavatsala Kachit Pure Sudharmaya Sukamasate Suhridvrita. Bhagavanapi Govindo Brahmanyo Bhaktavatsalaha Kachit Pure Sudharmaya Sukam Asate Suhridvrita. Bhagavanapi Govindo Brahmanyo Bhaktavatsalaha Kachit Pure Sudharmaya Sukam Asate Suhridvrita. Bhagavanapi Govindo Brahmanyo Bhaktavatsalaha Kachit Pure Sudharmaya Sukam Asate Suhridvrita. Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead. Krishna. Api, also. Govinda, one who enlivens the cows and the senses. Brahmanyaha, devoted to the devotees of or the Brahmanas. Bhaktavatsalaha, affectionate to the devotees. Kachit, whether. Pure, in Dwarakapuri. Sudharmayam, pious assembly. Sukham, happiness. Asate, does enjoy. Sahritvrataha, surrounded by friends. Translation, please repeat after me. Is Lord Krishna the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who gives pleasure to the cows, the senses and the Brahmanas, who is very affectionate towards his devotees, enjoying the pious assembly at Dwarakapuri, surrounded by friends? Purport: by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Here in this particular verse, the Lord is described as Bhagavan, Govinda, Brahmanya and Bhaktavatsala. He is Bhagavan, Swayam, or the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, full with all opulences, all power, all knowledge, all beauty, all fame and all renunciation. No one is equal to or greater than him. He is Govinda because he is the pleasure of the cows and the senses. Those who have purified their senses by the devotional service of the Lord can render unto him real service and thereby derive transcendental pleasure out of such purified senses. Only the impure conditioned living being cannot derive any pleasure from the senses. But being illusioned by false pleasures of the senses, he becomes servant of the senses. Therefore, we need his protection for our own interest. The Lord is the protector of the cows and the Brahmanical culture. A society devoid of cow protection and Brahmanical culture is not under the direct protection of the Lord, just as the prisoners in the jails are not under the protection of the king, but under the protection of a severe agent of the king. Without cow protection and cultivation of the Brahmanical qualities in human society, at least for a section of the members of society, no human civilization can prosper at any length. By Brahmanical culture, the development of the dormant qualities of goodness, namely truthfulness, equanimity, sense control, forbearance, simplicity, general knowledge, transcendental knowledge, and firm faith in the Vedic wisdom, one can become a Brahmana and thus see the Lord as he is. And after surpassing the Brahmanical perfection, one has to become a devotee of the Lord so that his loving affection in the form of proprietor, master, friend, son, and lover can be transcendentally achieved. The stage of a devotee which attracts the transcendental affection of the Lord does not develop unless one has developed the qualities of a Brahmana as above mentioned. The Lord is inclined to a Brahmana of quality and not of false prestige. Those who are less than a Brahmana by qualification cannot establish any relation with the Lord. Just as fire cannot be kindled from the raw earth unless there is wood, although there is a relation between wood and the earth. Since the Lord is all perfect in himself, therefore there could not be any question of his welfare, and Maharaja Yudhishthira refrained from asking this question. He simply inquired about his residential place, Dwarakapuri, where pious men assemble. The Lord stays only where pious men assemble and take pleasure in their glorifying the supreme truth. Maharaj Yudhishthira was anxious to know about the pious men and their pious acts in the city of Dwaraka. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Tadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashtyati Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyashta Kripa Sindhubhyeva Chapatitanam Pavanebhya Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prem Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namani Gaudvishana Nama Brahman Devaya Go Brahmanitaya Jagatadaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vajanam Pangam Langayate Girim Yat Kripatam Aham Vande Shri Gurum Dintarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Srimate Bhakti Vikas Hare Krishna. So, this verse is very similar to another verse. Hare Krishna. Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki jai. Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai ki jai. Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this verse is very similar to verse which we chant when we are doing offering. Nama Brahmana Devaya Go Brahmana Hithaya Cha Jagatitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So in this verse you can see Bhagavan api Govindo Brahmanyo Bhakta Vatsalaha Kachit Pure Sudharmayam Sukam Asate Saridvrataha. So here Yudhishthira Maharaj is inquiring from Arjuna. Arjuna, he went for a few months, he didn't return to Hastinapura. Then Yudhishthira Maharaj was very anxious and he saw many omens and everything was looking very not so appropriate. He was feeling like something bad is going to happen. So then he is putting these questions to Arjuna. When Arjuna comes back after a few months, he's asking that about Lord Krishna and about Dwaraka. Is Lord actually, like we can see, is Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who gives pleasure to the cows, the senses, and the Brahmanas, who is very affectionate towards his devotees, enjoying the pious assembly at Dwarakapuri, surrounded by friends. So he is asking that is Krishna, no, he is doing his routine pleasure-giving activities with his devotees. Krishna's routine in the spiritual world, in the Goloka Vrindavana. Goloka Vrindavana means The place where there are full of Goloka, full of cows. So Krishna is with transcendental Surabhi cows. It's full of cows. It is said, I think in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, that even in the material world there is one Goloka. There also they are full of cows. So people in this material world who are only attached to the cows, but not Krishna, not worshipping Krishna along with the cows, they will go to this loka, this Goloka. But devotees who are worshipping Krishna along with his devotees, cows, gopis, Goloka Dham means, Vrindavan means cows, gopis, cowherd boys, and Krishna's wonderful pastimes. This is Vrindavana. One wonderful pastime with his devotees. So if this is not there, if only, some people they only, cow means they are all the 33 crores of demigods are residing. So they worship the cow in that way, with that mentality. Although that is pious, it comes under some pious activity, but worshipping Krishna along with cows, his cowherd friends, gopis, Radharani, Krishna alone, Krishna cannot be worshipped. Some people they only keep Krishna, and even the flute is removed. They only worship Krishna. If Krishna plays flute, then everything, all my wealth, everything he takes away. And that is the conception. That is their understanding. Many people. Krishna will take away all my wealth. So in that way, we cannot worship Krishna alone. Krishna should be worshipped along with Srimati Radharani, like we are doing here. Along with gopis, all the devotees. Recently they have been to Mayapur. All the 8 gopis are there. And very wonderful worship is, very nice Shringar will happen every day there. And they're so beautiful, so attractive. So that is actually giving pleasure to the soul. That is a real pleasure for the Atma. Seeing Krishna along with his devotees, along with his associates. Otherwise, Krishna will not feel happy there. Actually, that Krishna may not be the same Krishna which we are worshipping. Because their conception of Krishna might be something else. They may be meditating on Krishna, and they may be thinking, Krishna is, he is actually avyakta. He doesn't have any form. He is, this form is, he has taken this form, but he is actually avyakta. He is some energy. So this might be their conception of Krishna. So that Krishna may not be Shama Sundara. So that description is given in Brahma Samhita about spiritual world. Chintamani prakarasatma sukalpa vriksha laksha pritesha surabir ravipalayantam lakshmi sahasra shata sambrama sevyamanam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. So Chintamani Dama. Everything is Chintamani. Chintamani means touchstones. If you touch any object, it becomes gold, more than gold actually. So that with that, the Goloka is made. It is like actually a lotus. Spiritual world is like a lotus. It is said, the description is given that in every petal Krishna performs his different pastimes. And in the middle there is Nanda Bhavan and all this. And every place, all the ones, how many ones are there? In 12 ones are all surrounded, all the petals. So everywhere Krishna goes, and with his cows, his cowherd friends, and he performs his pastimes. It is like lotus. Goloka Vrindavan is like a lotus. So just imagine. And it is so bright that thousands of suns are also nothing in front of that brightness. So who can enter into such place? Even we cannot see one sun with our seeing also it's so, even if you see, we cannot focus. Immediately, tears will come, because it will burn the eyes. So what about the spiritual world, which is brighten all the emanation in this world? Even the sun, which is glowing in this material world, is also getting energy from that spiritual effulgence, from the spiritual world. It's also called Brahma Jyoti. So here in this verse, you can see Bhagavan api Govindo. Bhagavan. So Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srila Prabhupada always emphasizes when this word Bhagavan comes, immediately he speaks for some time about Bhagavan. Who is actually Bhagavan? Krishnastu ete cham sakala pumsha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the conclusion of all the Vedic scriptures. There is no any other above him. There is no any other person. Ekala Ishwara Krishna Arasabha Pritya. Everyone is Krishna's subordinate. No one is equal to Krishna. That's what Srila Prabhupada writes here. He says Bhagavan means Swayam Bhagavan. He is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. So everything is coming from him. Bhagavad Gita, what is that verse? Aham sarvasya prabhava. Aham sarvasya prabhava. This material and spiritual, everything, all the spiritual world and material, everything is emanating from him. Aham sarvasya prabhava mattas sarva pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. So Krishna is saying that everything is emanating from him. Another verse is there, Avyaktam, forgot the verse. Avyaktam vyakti mapannam manyante mama buddhaya param bhava majananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. So I am the Supreme Person. Krishna in many places in Bhagavad Gita is declaring that I am actually that Supreme Person. Even Arjuna, after seeing the universal form, he says, he declares that Asita Devalo Vyasa Swayam Chaiva Brivesham. He says that not only me, but all the great sages, they are confirming that you are the only Supreme Personality of Godhead. Also there is a famous verse, Ete cham sakala apumsha, Aishwaryasya samagrasya viryasya yashashasya gnana vairagya samyuktam shannang bhaga iti gana. So all the six opulences are in full in Krishna, are in full. All power, all opulences, all knowledge, all beauty, all fame and all renunciation. So all the energy, all the Shakti is coming from him only. All the energy, even the energy which we have is all energy from the spiritual potency. Because soul also is a part and parcel of Krishna. So all the energy is coming, even in our body, is from the Atma. So from the spiritual potency only, all the Shakti comes. From the powerhouse only all the energy comes and it lights everywhere. All the energy goes everywhere. Similarly, Krishna is like a powerhouse. All knowledge, so all the Vedic scriptures Krishna comes as literary incarnation, Vyasadeva. And he gives these Vedic literatures. And all the Vedic scriptures are all emanating from Krishna only, from the pores of Krishna. In the beginning of the creation, when all the Brahmandas are coming out from the pores of Karanodakshaya Vishnu, also the Vedas, they are also emanating from there. So everything is given by Krishna. All beauty. So who can defeat in beauty? In this material world, beauty is nothing. Although some people, they think that I am very beautiful, I am very famous, I am very beautiful. Generally beautiful people, they become famous, they become very, they rich also sometimes. If somebody is pious in the previous life, he'll get a nice beautiful body, or they may take birth in a rich family. But even the material beauty, in this material body, the beauty is all temporary. But Krishna's beauty is completely transcendental. Shyama Sundara Rupam. His form is all enchanting. He enchants everyone, all the living entities. He enchants everyone, all the conditioned souls in this material world. When he appears, his form is so attractive that sometimes I saw one boy when I am doing Shatari Seva. One boy every day he used to come at 9 o'clock, 9:30, and he used to just stand and see. Just stand and see for a long time. Many people were coming and going, but he was just standing and seeing. So attractive. He was so attracted. And after 2-3 weeks, I saw him taking Japamala and chanting. He started chanting also. So just by seeing Krishna, one's senses will get purified actually. So Radha Madhav is so attractive. You can see so many people. Saturdays, Sundays, there is no space. Devotees cannot accommodate here. Only people are here. So many people, they are coming and they're so attractive. Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Gaur Nitai, they're so beautiful. That's why they say Gaur Sundar. So they are so attractive and they are so enchanting everyone that everyone, every day, some people their routine is every day they come here and take darshan. He is so attractive. His beauty is so transcendental that when we see Krishna, our desire for seeing him will never end. So when we become pure, when our senses become pure, that is the state. So once there is one pastime which is mentioned by Acharyas, that in Goloka Vrindavan once Krishna he used to go to Gopi's house and steal butter. So once Krishna, he targeted one Gopi's home with a cohort boys and monkeys. So he went there and on the mortar, he stood up, Balaram was helping him, and Krishna, he stole butter. And that Gopis was watching all this. She and her mother-in-law, they were there and they were secretly they were seeing Krishna stealing butter and all this. And they were seeing from the window and they were hiding. So when Krishna came out, Krishna immediately saw them. That Krishna knows that they are watching him. So immediately he ran. But what happened? The mother-in-law was on other side. So immediately she tried to catch Krishna, but she couldn't catch Krishna. But Krishna was running and at last Krishna, he stopped. They didn't caught him, but Krishna stopped. So then they thought, okay, now I have to tie you. Now I will tie and I will bring Yashoda Mai and I will show what mischief you are doing. Then immediately they were planning to tie the hands of Krishna. Then Krishna said, do you know how to tie? And that gopi says, she was so much attracted by seeing Krishna's beauty that she said, no, I don't know how to tie. Okay, I will show you how to tie. Then you tie me later. Then Krishna takes the rope and ties both hands of mother-in-law and daughter, that gopi. And then that gopi will say, you see, you tie my hands, but don't escape from here. You have to stay here. Then Krishna, yeah, I will stay here. Then Krishna ties and he runs away from there. So they were so attracted by seeing Krishna's beauty that they were fully immersed. What they were speaking, completely they forgot. So that is the beauty of Krishna. So all fame, Srila Prabhupada says, Bhagavad Gita is famous everywhere, all over the world. Srila Prabhupada took Bhagavad Gita and spread everywhere, every nook and corner of the world. People know Bhagavad Gita. At least there is Harinam Sankirtan, and people heard about Krishna, Rama. So Krishna is all famous. Nobody can beat Krishna. His knowledge is so famous. All renunciation. So Krishna have all this, but he is fully renounced. He is not attached to all this. The material world is, Krishna, he shows his mercy, he comes here, but he is not attached. Now when he comes here in Vrindavan, he does his, again takes the cows and goes and herds the cows only. So that is Krishna. Krishna means what our God is doing. He is taking care of cows and plowing the fields. That is the Krishna's culture, our culture. So Srila Prabhupada says here that he is Govinda because he is the pleasure of cows and the senses. Those who have purified their senses by the devotional service of the Lord can render unto him real service and thereby derive transcendental pleasure out of such purified senses. Atas Sri Krishna Namadi Nabhaved Grahyam Indriya Sevon Mukehi Jivado Swayameva Spritadyataha. So unless our senses are purified, Atas Sri Krishna Namadi Nabhaved Grahyam Indriya, unless our senses are purified, we cannot understand. Only if our senses are pure, only if our mind is pure, then only then one can understand the name, form, pastimes and attributes of Krishna. Otherwise it is not so easy to understand, not so easy to even enter into such topics. Krishna's name is not different from Krishna. How to understand this? Krishna's name, and so devotees, they have experience, because when we chant Krishna's name, when we get taste for the holy name, so we keep on chanting. There is no, we will go on when we have taste for chanting. In the Namabhas or in Shuddhanam, in Aparadha state, we may chant, but our chanting may not be purifying us, because we are committing offenses for the holy name. So how to understand that? When we keep on chanting, Srila Prabhupada says, when we keep on chanting, then taste develops for chanting. So Krishna's form is full of this form is transcendental, and his name, form, qualities. So Krishna has 4 qualities extra than Vishnu, Narayana. Narayana has 60 qualities in full, and Lord Shiva has 55 qualities. Brahma has 50 qualities. And Krishna has 4 qualities which are very special. What are those qualities? Rupa Madhurya, Venu Madhurya, Leela Madhurya, and Prema Madhurya. His love is special. He loves his devotees. Prema Madhurya. His transcendental love is so so attractive that everyone is attracted to his love. And Leela Madhurya, his pastimes are so special. So special. Even Narayana in Vaikuntha, he hears Krishna's pastimes. So Krishna's pastimes is so special that he also hears he's not different from Krishna, but he also hears Krishna's pastimes. Lakshmi Devi want to enter into Krishna's pastimes, but she is not allowed because her mood of serving is different, because she serves Krishna in Aishwarya Bhava. So his Leelas are Madhurya, is Rupa Madhurya, Leela Madhurya, Prema Madhurya, and Venu Madhurya. So Krishna is holding his flute. Krishna has 2 principal flutes. One is Vamshi and another is, there are many flutes. How many flutes, Prabhu? I heard Murali and Vamshi. These both are principal flutes Krishna plays. It is said that both flutes have different melodies. Even for when Krishna goes out along with the Surabhi cows, so these cows also are different colors. It's mentioned that for calling this one particular cow and one breed of cows, he plays the fruit in that particular way, and then those cows comes behind Krishna. So like that, there Rakta means red color, white, Ravali means Navali, white, and the different colors, yellow, like this. So Krishna plays flute differently, and these cows will come. And for calling gopis, he plays Vamshi. When he plays Vamshi, immediately they forget all their household works, and they leave everything and come to dance with Krishna. So his Venu is Madhurya. So Krishna's 4 qualities are very special. So that's why Krishna is very special. So when our senses are purified, then only when our illusion, false pleasures for this sense pleasure, this material world, when we have fallen down in this material world, thinking that leaving all this behind, we were with Krishna in the spiritual world, but what happened? Because of Ichcha Dvesha, because of desire for enjoying separately from Krishna, for enjoying separately, we have fallen in this material world. And we are trying here in different ways. We are trying to gratify our senses. But when we do that, our senses will become more blunt, but they will never get satisfied unless they are engaged in the service of Krishna, in the service of Rishikesha. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. Unless we engage our senses in Krishna's service, our senses will never get purified. So Krishna here in Srila Prabhupada also speaks about Brahmanical culture. A society devoid of cow protection and Brahmanical culture is not under the direct protection of the Lord, just as the prisoners in the jails are not under the protection of the king, but under the protection of a severe agent of the king. So unless a society devoid of cow protection, in the present age there is no protection for the cows at all. Even in India, some people, they are taking care of cows. Some, they are opening. I saw one video that one person is taking care of cows which are handicapped, which are left, just old cows, and he's giving protection to them, feeding them and giving protection to them. Some people are there who are doing such activities, but most of the civilization, our present modern civilization, is only Prabhupada said is cow killing civilization. They're only killing the cows. They're not understanding the importance of cows in the human society. So Krishna, he is showing example that just by living with land and cows, that is the only happiness. But the modern society, everything is atheistic. Now people, they become atheist by going to the modern the schools and colleges, universities. They become so-called PhDs, and they come out and they do all sinful activities. There is no Brahmanical culture at all. Brahmanical culture, everybody is in the modes of passion and ignorance in Kali Yuga. So, Srila Prabhupada says in one of the lectures that because they are manda sumanda matayo, that's why they are killing the cows, and they are not obeying the laws of God, and they are killing. There also, there is no Brahmanical culture. So cow, we have to understand from the scriptures that we know that cow is a mother, and it gives such a nourishing food. Srila Prabhupada said that this is dharma in a liquid form. When we take this milk, it should be taken hot, not cold. When we take, our brain tissues will get activated, and for understanding spiritual subject matters. And it is also said the one who takes regularly milk, his lifespan will increase. And it is said that one who takes milk, what all the human body requires is all given in the milk. What all human body, this material human body is required, everything is there in the milk. So just by taking milk, one can live. If one has land, cows, just by taking milk, one can happily live his life. But in the modern society, they are making artificial milk. Artificial milk. Everybody is drinking artificial milk, and even they are not taking it as milk. They are putting coffee powder and tea powder and adulterating it, and they are trying to enjoy it. So this is just nonsense. So, and even that milk is not cow's milk. It's buffalo's milk. They're taking buffalo's milk and buffalo goat. So unfortunate. They're taking care of buffaloes and they're leaving the cows on the road. You can see in the North India, there are many cows, they are left on the road just like that. So there is no protection for the cows. And they're keeping the buffaloes because buffalo gives lots of milk. And the milk is very full of fat. And that useless fat is not at all good for the human body. It is said that one who takes buffalo milk, his brain will become dumb. He'll become very lazy like buffalo. You know how buffalo walks on the road. It never moves. So like that. So there is no cow protection. So cow protection is very important in the human society. So when we take cow milk, we also come to the mode of goodness. We develop the mode of goodness. If we take buffalo milk, we'll develop mode of ignorance. We like to sleep more, and our senses will get agitated. By taking cow's milk, we'll get purified. Our mind will get pacified, and a person will become very calm. No, he'll not get agitated by taking cow's milk. And Srila Prabhupada writes here, a society without cow protection and cultivation of the Brahmanical culture in human society, at least for a section of the members of society, no human civilization can prosper at any length. By Brahmanical culture, the development of the dormant qualities of goodness, namely truthfulness, equanimity, sense control, forbearance, simplicity, general knowledge, transcendental knowledge, and firm faith in the Vedic wisdom, one can become a Brahmana and thus see the Lord as He is. So, our society is meant for bringing Brahmanas. When one studies the Vedic scriptures, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and Bhagavad Gita, when one gets qualified, so when one is having that, when one comes to by practicing, by doing sadhana bhakti, when one comes to the mode of goodness, when he does all his activities in the mode of goodness, it means he's almost like a Brahmana. So the Guru, he sees the qualities of that particular devotee, and he's given an second initiation, Brahmanical initiation. So we are meant to make Brahmanas who are Vaishnavas, who can go out and spread this message of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and Bhagavad Gita. So I will end here. So this was the inquiry from Yudhishthira to Arjuna, that Krishna, who gives pleasure to the cows, the senses and the Brahmanas, who is very affectionate towards his devotees, enjoying the pious assembly at Dwarakapuri, surrounded by his friends. So this is his inquiry. So Srila Prabhupada gave very wonderful purport. Can speak more on this actually, but we have less time. So if you are also contemplating anything from this purport, you can also say Hare Krishna. Any questions, comments? Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, you are saying in Golok Vrindavan that Chintamani and all that, when you touch stone, when you touch with something, you become gold.
Yes, Prabhu.
But here we always study, like na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. Then other one, the yogis will see either pebble or stone or gold is the same. So we are trying to give up gold, everything here, and we are trying to attract for the gold. So why is it? Because it is temporary here, there it is permanent. That is why we want to still trying to say there things are gold. What is the reason actually? Yeah.
I mean, it's Chintamani. Chintamani means it's touchstone. So there no one cares, even for Chintamani stones. Everybody is attracted for Krishna's pastimes and Krishna only. In the spiritual world, nobody is attracted. The Kalpa Vrikshas, just by whatever we desire, everything it provides. The Kalpa Vrikshas, even Surabhi cows can give whatever you want. So, and it means, the explanation is that when Krishna is a supreme personality of Godhead, so whatever he has, everything is topmost, top class. Nothing is, in Swarga also there is Surabhi cow. But there is only, in the material world also there are some cows. There was a cow with Jamadagni also, Surabhi cow. But in spiritual world there are unlimited Surabhi cows. And those Surabhi cows are all completely transcendental. the one which Jamadagni Rishi has was not, it came out from the churning of the milk ocean. That is, in the spiritual world, they are all transcendental. So that is Chintamani Dama. So nobody cares there for, everybody is attracted only for Krishna.
Yeah, thank you,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
That is what actually, when Krishna is there, why we need
Yeah.
other things? Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
So Prabhuji, you said that Krishna has 4 qualities extra.
Yes,
Four,
Prabhu.
4 qualities extra. One was Leela Madhurya. And I once heard that Vishnu is also known as Leela Purushottam.
Leela Purushottam.
So how to, like Krishna is known as Purna Purushottam and Vishnu is known as Leela Purushottam. And Krishna has 4 qualities extra, that is Leela Madhurya. So how to understand this?
Krishna is Leela Purushottam actually, yeah. Although in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam we see that in some pastimes like Gajendra Moksha, Narayana he comes, Vishnu he comes to protect Gajendra. But all these pastimes are different from the pastimes of Krishna. Krishna's pastimes are all completely in a different state, different level. It's Madhurya. That's why Leela Madhurya, Leela Purushottama. So his pastimes are completely pleasure giving.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, in purpose it is mentioned, those who are less than a Brahmana by qualification cannot establish any relation with the Lord.
Yeah.
Can you comment on this? Can you elaborate? Any
Those who are less than Brahmana.
by qualifications, by quality,
Yeah.
they cannot establish
That means
any
that Brahmana means one who is pure in everything, pure in his activities, pure in everything. He's in goodness. So Srila Prabhupada meant there that unless one comes to goodness, one cannot understand Krishna. If one is in the mode of passion and ignorance, he cannot. His senses will be agitated. His mind will be agitated. He is impure. So one cannot understand Krishna in that state. Only when one comes to the goodness, then one can, that will help one to understand Krishna. And beyond that also is there this Shuddha Sattva. So gradually by practicing devotional service, we will come to that state, which is completely transcendental, out of even the material mode, goodness, material goodness. So at least one has to come to the mode of goodness. Then goodness means Brahmana. Brahmanas, they are in goodness. So like that. Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, you mentioned about cow milk, which that nourishes our body, whatever we require. In one of the lecture I heard a few days back, that Prabhuji was saying that when we go closer to the cow, it tries to lick our hands, body. So
Yeah.
why it does? It does like, it tries to see what diseases you have. When it is licking, it is trying to understand what diseases you have. And then it goes out to the jungle, it tries to, eat grass,
Yeah.
which can
Yes.
produce such kind of milk, and then it gives milk to you, and then by drinking that milk, you will get, cured.
Yes.
So that process Prabhuji was explaining,
Yeah,
that was very
yeah.
nice. Just wanted to say.
Very nice point, bro. Thank you. He said that Sometimes cow, when we go near the cows, the cow licks our body. So it is trying to understand what diseases we have in our body. Diseases. So then it goes and it eats some particular herbs and grass which will cure our disease. And when we drink that milk, then our diseases will be cured. So in that way also, so it is our mother, so she is taking care of us actually. So you have to understand that. Hare Krishna. Grandharaj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Vancha kalpatarubhyashta kripa sindhubhyo cha, Patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
His Grace Radhanath
Samaveta
Krishna
Gaur
Prabhu
Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.